following is a production of the Department of Broadcasting and Journalism at Western Illinois University.
Live from Salee Hall in high definition. Live from Salee Hall in high. Live from Salee Hall in high definition. News 3 starts now.
Residents of Macomb had a blast from the past at a pub crawl with an educational twist. More on that ahead.
Plus the reason behind this weekend's cancellation of the Color Craze 5K.
And more fallout from the state's budget crisis. WIU's most recent announcement coming up.
We begin here 10 months into the budget impasse, and WIU is facing more layoffs. Good afternoon. Welcome to Live at 4.
President Jack Thomas released an announcement on Wednesday saying 110 non-instructional staff will be laid off.
Starting next week, the university will be emailing the employees, giving a 30-day notice. Thomas says, quote, despite the ongoing furlong voluntary pay reduction program and the drastic reduction to spending, these layoffs are necessary to protect the university's cash resources. In spite of our best efforts to conserve financial resources, without an appropriation from our state government, the university will face an even greater financial challenges.
Along with the layoffs, the Office of Student Activities will also cut all spending for the rest of the 2016 fiscal year. The organization finance officer Mackenzie Vizering sent an email to all campus organizations saying there will be no more spending of any kind. If the organization has received an approved form of spending with appropriate signatures on it, the group can go ahead with their purchase. All approval letters received for the rest of this fiscal year will be denied.
More follow-up from the Illinois budget stalemate. A statement on the Color Craze website says it caused the annual Color Craze 5K to be canceled due to the high cost for the event. The event was supposed to be held this weekend at the Vince Grady Field. The Color Craze raises money for the Special Olympics. It is scheduled to return next year.
24 hours from now, we will know who our next Student Government Association president will be. SJ elections are going on now until 4 p.m. tomorrow. Students can vote by logging onto their STARS account, selecting the menu button, and scrolling down to student voting and election information. Matt Allwood and DeVille Syrup-Skady are competing for president. All other candidates are running unopposed. Current SGA President Will Gradle is running for Board of Trustees. Only 3 students are competing for the 5 senator-at-large positions. There's an option to write in candidates for all positions.
Procrastinators have less than a week to file their income tax return. The deadline, April 18th. The day was pushed back this year because of a legal holiday in D.C. People have until Monday to file a return or request an extension. A survey finds 70% of people will be filing electronically, and 75% are expecting refunds.
Western Illinois University put their own twist on an amateur talent show. News 3's Anna DeKemper has more.
Students from all across WIU attended Delta Zeta Sorority's 2nd annual Western's Got Talent. Students came out Wednesday to fundraise and support an amazing cause.
We raise money for the Starkey Hearing Foundation, which provides hearing aids for those who are less fortunate and can't afford them on their own.
All proceeds from today will benefit the Starkey Hearing Foundation and help those who cannot hear again.
It's pretty unbelievable to work with Starkey because you see within 1 minute how someone's life can be completely altered because they can hear.
Holds a special place in Delta Zeta's heart, so we decided to just dance and have fun with it.
Based off America's top hit show, America's Got Talent, Western's Got Talent incorporated a variety of talents from students all across campus. Fraternity men dancing, basketball players singing, comedians, and even a live band.
It really is a big honor, and I couldn't be more grateful for the turnout tonight. We raised over $2,000, so that was awesome. The Starkey Hearing Foundation is really going to benefit from tonight.
Reporting for News 3, I'm Anna DeKemper.
This Saturday, a local store is celebrating a national event. Rockin' Records is celebrating National Record Store Day from 11 a.m. to 7 p.m. Several bands will be performing, and there will be a sale on posters and old school vinyl records. The event is free to the public and open for all ages. Rockin' Records is located on North Clay Street in Macomb.
The Western Illinois Museum recently introduced a new fundraising event that was both an educational and entertaining experience for the Macomb community.
This weekend, the museum hosted its very first pub crawl, and it did not disappoint.
Here's the story as presented by News 3's Ryan Brushaber.
Today is an event that is sponsored by the Western Illinois Museum, and it is a liquid history pub crawl of Macomb, Illinois. We will be visiting 3 establishments on the square. We're going to Magnolia's, we're going to the Sports Corner.
That's why they call it a crawl. By the end, you're crawling home.
And we will be going to the wine cellar. This is the first pub crawl that we have done, and we're getting a really good response to it. We had to cap our tour to 45 people, and they sold out quickly. So hopefully this will be a good sign that we can do it again.
I will be leading a tour, and so we will be starting off here at the museum, and then we will walk to each establishment. As we are walking, I'm giving a little bit of history about Macomb, and then at each place we have a little vignette set up of reenactments.
Today I come in, I interject when my character is ready to. I interact with our judge, Mickey Ross, played by Bobby Joe Kellogg, and cause a little bit of drama and stir the pot a little.
Ma'am, this is a reputable stage place right now.
Oh, sure it is. Like me. Where are my camels? They just make me feel so great.
I think the living actors, the living history is so fun it makes it so much more interesting and lively and real to see real people, and they're acting like the character, and they're having conversation, and I mean, you can feel it rather than, it's different than reading it in a book. It's like a movie. I think people are very interested, they're having a good time, the weather's great today, they're getting out, they're walking, they're laughing together, maybe meeting new people. It's a fun event.
You're watching News 3 live at 4. Yes!
Representatives of the Western Illinois Museum mentioned that the pub crawl was an overwhelming success, and they hope to continue it in years to come.
Coming up at Live at 4, a group of elementary kids are on their way to being professionals.
News 3 met with some of these talented 10-year-olds who are making television.
And one of the biggest events is back on Hanson Field this weekend. Find out how the athletes and coaches are preparing for the Lee Calhoun Memorial Invitation. And Emily Manley has a quick weather look outside.
I think you're all kind of going to like me after the beautiful weather that is outside. It's absolutely fantastic. 69 degrees outside. If we take a look downtown at our Macomb webcam, you can see that not a single cloud in the sky. The flag is moving just a tad bit, but I'm going to have a look at your forecast coming up in a little bit.
Rested and ready. So that's the biggest thing we do during the week.
I want to eat apples and bananas. I need to eat apples and bananas. Why can't I eat?
1 in 5 children struggles with hunger in America. Support the Feeding America nationwide network of food banks to help provide meals to those in need. Join us at feedingamerica.org.
It's a short ride from your neighborhood to your naturehood. To find a neighborhood park or green space near you, visit discovertheforest.org.
Looks like it's done.
Don't let salmonella get funky with your chicken. On average, 1 in 6 Americans will get a foodborne illness this year. You can't see these microbes, but they might be there. So learn the right temperature to cook each type of meat. Keep your family safe at foodsafety.gov.
Now from Macomb in high definition, you're watching Brianna Descoret, Jose Gonzalez, Storm Team 3's 5-day outlook, and sports with Eric Sutera. Live at 4 continues.
What do you want to be when you grow up? An astronaut? Maybe a news anchor.
Really? News 3's Emily Manley talked to a group of 4th graders doing what we do, making TV.
Jose and Brianna, I went back to 4th grade yesterday and I kind of got schooled. These 4th graders showed me what they thought, what you might do when you were 10. They've got a good handle on telling me the news.
2 years ago, Julie Rayburn moved to Libertyville, Iowa to teach. When she picked up her family and moved, she wanted to bring what her own daughters loved with them, the news team.
I used to teach in Eureka, Illinois at Davenport Elementary School, and a teacher there, a computer tech person, Amy Wessner, came up with the idea for her 4th grade students, and I just thought it would be a great thing to have at our new school in Iowa. And I had a couple girls who were in 3rd grade and so bummed that they were moving and they couldn't be on the news team. And so when I started here, I asked our principal, Jeff Ealing, if we could start a news team here, and he said, yeah, I think that would be a great idea.
Now the 4th graders of Libertyville Elementary meet each Wednesday after school for News Team, an extracurricular activity.
And the students have to upload their pictures. They need to write their stories about what events, what news stories coming up. They come up with ideas, new things that they want to see featured in the story.
Each student brings their own work to the table for newscasts that airs once a month.
I love taking pictures of the top stories, and I love interviewing teachers because you don't find out a lot of things about them and what they do after school unless you really ask. I like doing birthdays, weather, and hot picks.
The students have an hour on Wednesday to write their stories, finish their pictures, or work on their voiceovers.
Pictures, email pictures, we can do our voiceovers, email the pictures, look up pictures.
And when they don't finish their stories, they give up the most important time of the day.
Or if we run out of time, we work on them at first recess, because that's when Miss Levan, our librarian, helps us.
Mrs. Rayburn helps each student find a story they want to work on for the week.
I am working on Earth Day because it's coming up.
What are you going to do for it?
I'm going to take pictures and videos of all of the classes going and planting flowers at the flower bed places.
The students know that stories like Earth Day wouldn't happen without the help of teamwork from the news team.
Not just about the stories, it's about the teamwork, the friendship, and all of that good stuff.
Even though they are only 10, they're getting a taste of what adult life is.
That it takes a lot of teamwork, so you're going to have to learn to, if you have someone you don't like to work with, you're going to have to figure out how to work with them.
Tell me what your favorite part is about News Team.
What we get to be a part of.
Probably about working together and being the camera guy, because I'm a little shy to be there, but I will do it.
Really fun. We get to do a lot of things, and it just is really awesome and stuff, and it's things that you can work on overnight and here at school.
The 4th graders at Liberty Elementary have grown to take responsibility for their work and have learned the meaning of teamwork.
Students have really grown in their questions that they ask. At the beginning of the year, it was always, a yes or a no, and so we've learned how to ask prompting questions that, have more of a detailed answer, and they've really grown with how they answer their questions.
What do you want to do when you get older?
I want to be a newscaster.
I wanted to be a newscaster when I was in 4th grade, but I wasn't doing anything like this.
No.
So spending my afternoon with them yesterday was so much fun, and they amazed me with what they were already doing. They knew what voiceovers were, they knew how to take their video and take it, and their librarian was just helping them, and they put it in iMovie, and they show it once a month in the cafeteria to everyone in the school.
That is crazy.
It was fantastic.
I mean, when I was their age, I wanted to be a Power Ranger. I didn't think about that stuff.
Well, they are doing more than becoming Power Rangers.
Definitely. Now, windows are rolled up rolled down and music is turned up because it is beautiful outside. When we come back, Storm Team 3's Emily Manley will have your full forecast.
Hey, did you know that 2.4 million loving cats and dogs in shelters and rescues need our help to find a home? Go to theshelterpetproject.org and search your local shelters and rescues. Go for a cuddle with your next best friend. Adopt.
You make me wear my bike helmet. You taught me never to run with scissors. And to follow the swimming rules.
You tell me to stay away from drugs.
To always buckle my seatbelt.
So why do you keep a loaded gun in your drawer?
How safe is that?
You asked them to follow some safety rules. Now they're asking you. In fact, they're counting on you. Never let your gun get into the wrong hands. Remember, always lock it up. Visit ncpc.org.
Now, from the Storm Team 3 Weather Center, here's Emily Manley.
And welcome back to Live at 4. I think you're going to like my temperatures for the next couple of days, but taking a look outside, 69 degrees. Absolutely fantastic outside. Winds, just small breeze coming out of the east. Taking a look at the radar across the region right now, you can see that there's nothing going on around our area, just absolutely fantastic, and not even any clouds you can see coming up here in a little bit. Taking a look at the temperatures here around the Macomb area, 69 degrees in Macomb, 68 degrees in Springfield, and 68 degrees in Peoria. Taking a look at the temperatures around the Midwest region, 70 degrees in St. Louis, 69 in Joplin, and 58 degrees in Chicago. Taking a look now, you can see at our average almanac for the day. Actually, our average is 62 degrees. So we actually went above our average today. So I guess our lovely record that we hit back in 2006, we hit another one today. Absolutely fantastic. We won't even take a look at the 23 degrees because that's just way too cold for me. Taking a look at the pressure system that is going on, this is why are we having such warm air. It's coming from the south due to that low pressure system that is to the north of us. This is our satellite radar. You can see that there's not even a cloud in the sky around our area. Just so nice outside, and it's going to be that nice for the next couple of days. This is the temperature for tonight. You can see that in Macomb, 43 degrees, 42 in Galesburg, and 46 in Springfield. Moving into tomorrow, we can see that in Macomb, we are going to hit 70 degrees tomorrow. That's right, 70 degrees. Get outside and make sure that you enjoy your day. Moving into tomorrow evening, 51 degrees in Macomb, 49 degrees in Galesburg, and 50 degrees in Peoria. Like I said, you're going to like my forecast. This is the weekend that you want to be outside. Taking a look at tonight, you can see that we will hit a low of 44 degrees. No more freezing, no more frost. It's just going to be absolutely fantastic. I'm ready to open up my own windows. Winds will be about the same this evening, 5 to 10 miles an hour. Moving into tomorrow, we can see that we will hit a high of 73 degrees, mostly sunny, and you're really going to like this. My 5-day forecast. Take a look here. You can see that very warm this weekend, 73 degrees tomorrow, 75 on Saturday. Even at night, 50 degrees. I want you all to see that, 50 degrees. We don't really have a chance of rain until Tuesday, but it's so slight and so far off that we're not really going to take a look at that yet. So, guys, make sure that you get outside and enjoy that absolutely beautiful weather.
Yes, keep bringing those warm vibes to us.
Definitely.
Thank you, Emily. Eric Sutera joins us now with what's next in sports.
Thanks, guys. Coming up in sports, Macomb High girls softball is back in action at home against their rival Monmouth Roseville on Tuesday afternoon. The Bombers boys baseball team also took on Monmouth and made quick work of the Titans in an offense-filled game. And the Western Illinois baseball team took on St. Ambrose on Wednesday afternoon and finished them off in dominant fashion. All that and more after the break.
Good. Homemade noodles. Oh. Marty, stop it. Oh my goodness, I'm so sorry. It reminds me, I've been thinking maybe we should try a new form of birth control. I heard about this one, it's called the IUD, intrauterine device. Or we could try the patch on your arm. Actually, I think that one goes in your butt.
Bedsider.org has birth control information and a lot more. And it's...
What do you think, then? Arm or the butt?
Hey, Hard, what's this? That's my resignation letter. You're resigning? Why? Because you're constantly ignoring me. You're half as active as you used to be, and you eat stuff like this. You've been putting me under a lot of pressure lately. That's why I'm ready to quit. I forgot. I'll do better. Please, don't quit on me. Okay, but remember, it's not what you say. It's what you do.
Listen to your heart. Don't let it quit on you.
Let's go for a walk.
Uncontrolled high blood pressure could lead to a stroke, heart attack, or death. Get yours to a healthy range before it's too late.
Don't worry. 74 people were picked before me in the NFL draft.
To fight childhood obesity, United Way and the NFL are helping kids play more. To donate or volunteer, go to unitedway.org/play60.
Now I get it.
Now, Macomb's local sports focus. Here's Eric Sutera.
Welcome back to Live at 4. Tuesday was a busy day for Bomber sports as softball and baseball were home. Let's first take a look at how the Bombers softball team against their rival from the north, the Monmouth-Roseville Titans. And here's the highlight. Second inning, Macomb down 4-2. A wild pitch brings in Alex Creasy, and the Bombers would find themselves within one, down 4-3. The next batter, another wild pitch, brings in the tying run for the Bombers as Sophie Whitford crosses the plate to tie things at 4. And the Bombers would find themselves down 7-5 in the 5th inning here as Jordan Hare in the circle pitching for the Bombers faces Madison Hall, and she'll get her swinging to end the inning. And the Bombers would find themselves down later as they try to keep the Titans at bay in the 7th, down 10-5. Jordan Hare gets Amy Watson to ground right back to her, and she'll flip over to first for the easy out. And now the bottom of the 7th would get finished here as Jordan Hare grounds out to short, and that'll end the game as the Bombers would fall to the Titans by a score of 10-5. The Bombers would have only 3 hits in the game as well as 3 errors, and they now move to 5-10 on the season as their 3-game win streak got snapped. The Bombers baseball team, on the other hand, did a lot better in their game against Monmouth-Roseville. Let's take a look at the highlights. The Bombers would get on the board first in the 3rd inning as Grant Hannett grounds one over to short, routine play, but he'll beat out the throw. And Bryce Weston will get lucky here as he finds himself in a pickle between 2nd and 3rd. He'll round 3rd and come in to score, putting the Bombers up 1-0 in the 3rd inning. And then still in the 3rd, Travis Osbury at the plate now hits a base hit to left field, and that brings around Hannett to come in to score and puts the Bombers up 2-0. The 3rd inning would be a very big inning for the Bombers, though, as later on, just in the 3rd inning, Lucas Van Atten hits a liner into left field, and that'll get past the left fielder as the Bombers would take a 6-0 lead here, and Blake Kelly comes in to score, and Van Atten would motor into 3rd, sliding in safely for a triple. And the game would find itself come to an end in the 5th inning. Bombers up 9-0, and Osbury at the plate. He'll hit one into deep right field, and that'll get past the right fielder, and Grant Hannett will come in to score to finish off the Titans in 5 innings. The Bombers would top Monmouth 10-0. Max Dankin, the Bombers pitcher, would finish the game with 12 strikeouts, holding the Titans to just 2 hits. Time for college now. Over at Hanson Field, the Lee Calhoun Memorial Invitational Meet is going on this weekend. News 3's Cody Snodgrass has more.
With the 27th annual Lee Calhoun Invitational, which starts this weekend, which will bring schools from all around the area to compete. Leatherneck senior sprinter Sierra Woods knows it's her job to keep her team performing at a high level.
Help motivate my team, and as well as motivate myself, and encourage everyone to PR, do well. Kind of just makes me want to amp up the team atmosphere.
head coach Mike Stevenson changes up the preparation leading up to this event.
Tone down the workouts a little bit, make them shorter, make them faster to let the kids feel rested and ready. So that's the biggest thing we do during the week.
The Lee Calhoun Invitational is usually Western's only home track meet of the year, making it special for the athletes.
Anytime you get to compete on your own track, it's a big deal. Most sports get lots of opportunities to compete on their home facility, but for us, we only get one shot a year.
The Leathernecks will try and protect their home track and get as many wins as possible at this Invitational. For News 3, I'm Cody Snodgrass.
Thanks, Cody. The meet is going on right now and will continue through Saturday at Hanson Field. Western Illinois baseball was at home yesterday as they faced the St. Ambrose Fighting Bees. And Western would get things started here in the bottom of the first inning as Roman Vicentine drives one into deep right field, and that'll one-hop the fence. And Vicentine will round second on his way to third, and he'll slide in safely for a triple, and he would later score the first run for Western in that inning on a ground out to second base. And Leatherneck pitcher Cunningham Beard would end the Bees' top of the second by striking out Pumphrey on a nasty breaking ball. And Western would add into their lead later on in the second. Is Vicentine again at the plate? He'll have a day as he sacrifice flies out to center field. And Nathan Pollock will come around to score here, and it'll make it 2-0 Western. And Western coming up here will have one of its biggest innings of the day as in the bottom of the eighth, Deion Thompson hits a base hit to right field. And Vicentine again would come in from second to score, and the Leathernecks would go up 9-1. And we'll head to the top of the ninth. Robert Nunn. Okay, it doesn't look like we're going to get a chance actually to. Well, here it is. Robert Nunn gets Ghazi looking for a called strike three, and that will end the game. Good thing y'all got to check that one out. Western would top St. Ambrose 9-1. Roman Vicentine would go 3 for 3 with 2 RBIs on the day, his career high in hits. And Leatherneck pitcher Sam Cunningham Beard would set his career high in innings pitched with 6. Leathernecks are home this weekend for a 3-game series against Fort Wayne starting Friday. That's it for sports. Final word is next on Live at 4.
They told me a bottle couldn't dream. That I would never become a superhero. But I learned how to fly. Just to come back in a new disguise and be the hero that I've always wanted to be.
You can be a hero by being prepared for an emergency. First, make a plan. Call a family meeting to plan for things like how to connect with loved ones after an emergency or your escape route. I am not fast. Build a kit. When disaster strikes, it's important to have enough supplies to last 3 days. And don't forget the batteries. Low battery. Visit ready.gov/kids for more preparedness tips.
They'll test you. Try to break your will. But however loud the loudness gets, however many cheese puffs may fly, you're the driver, the one in control. Stand firm. Just wait. And move only when you hear the click that says they're buckled in for the drive. Never give up till they buckle up.
Stories, they happen everywhere. At News 3, we go the distance and tell them firsthand. Across the region,
the tornado tore through a neighborhood in Washington, Illinois.
Across the state.
Here at the state capitol in Springfield for the gubernatorial race.
Across generations.
We have a lot of people that are very dedicated. We're all volunteers.
The stories that inform us, the stories that move us, the stories that matter from a fresh perspective.
A crafty octopus takes some advice from Nemo and his friends.
Inky the octopus made a run from the aquarium and actually pulled it off. Slinky slithered out of his tank and down a runoff pipe, all the way back to the ocean.
Aquarium authorities say octopuses are extremely smart and no great search will be put on for Inky. He's probably already trading stories with Nemo and his pals right now.
I mean, that's probably the story idea for Finding Dory.
Yeah, you never know. All right, thank you for joining us this evening.
From all of us at News 3, have a good night, Macomb.